Bieber looks like a roofer that disappears on payday after you give him his paycheck. I mean, you're not wrong. He really does. A special thank you to my patrons NQS and McPuffin, and to YouTube member Holly Miller for supporting the channel and supporting my content. Thank you. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today we are returning to Rare Insults. It's been a little while since I did a video on this, and I just felt like coming back to it, so that's what we're doing today. Let's take a look, shall we? Wendy shouldn't mock people's looks, especially when she herself looks like those Morlock creatures from 2002 film The Time Machine. Yeah, I mean, let's be real, Wendy Williams, it's amazing she's still on TV and still has an audience. I don't know who watches her or why, but it's like the worst kind of content. She just bullies people and then supports all the wrong stuff. It's just a really bad show. And her making fun of Joaquin Phoenix's cleft lip is just like the worst. Don't watch her show. Don't support her. Rushing off the bus this morning, I slipped and fell. $2 worth of change fell out of my pocket. This gone yell, "Damn Sonic, you good?" Almost snapped on her ass. Just heard the coins sound play in my head. The like noise of the coins. The hardest I've ever been owned in my life was when I was 21 in Barnes & Noble, and a teenager asked me where the manga section was. I told him, but then also said, "I don't work here." They looked at me dead in the eye and said, "I know, you just look like someone who would know." I feel personally attacked, as I probably also know where to find manga in bookshops, especially Waterstones. You know, I can always find the manga in Waterstones. Don't know if I look like the kind of person that would know or not. Actually, I definitely look like the kind of person that would know. I have 2 employees that usually leave work at 6 p.m. They are good, but I don't like that their commitment lasts for work hours only. What should I do as a CEO? You should copy-paste this complaint into a table in Microsoft Word 2007. Print it double-sided in landscape mode, fold it in half 8 times, soak it in olive oil, and shove it up your ass. Seriously, if you're a boss out there or a CEO and you want your work commitments to extend outside of work hours for your employees, it's never going to happen. Work stays in work. The whole point of going home is that you go home and don't have to work. If you're trying to force people to carry on working outside of work, then you, sir, are a monster. My father says I look like a goat. Is it true? Okay, send us your picture. Let's compare. That was a good one. Yeah, you got him. You really got him there. I'm part black. Yeah, right. A C major on a piano has more black than you. Wasn't this, to make matters worse, wasn't this a streamer that was saying she's part black as an excuse to be able to use the N-word? Like, why do you need to? I mean, even if you are part black, why do you even need to use the word? It's just, it doesn't need to be used. That shouldn't be something that you have to justify regardless. If you have to explain and justify why exactly you can and did use the N-word, you are not the kind of person that should be using the N-word. Machine Gun Kelly posted a picture with Halsey on Instagram. So you're telling me that neither of these people are Justin Bieber? Yo, Justin Bieber do got cake though. Yorkshire, we have an important question. Christmas cake with or without cheese? Why do British people still eat like they're in the 1800s and don't have electricity? Why do Americans eat like they have free healthcare? This reminds me of something I saw in a Nerd Cubed video, because he was having a conversation about food and American foods. Because there are foods, weird foods that are different in America, like your bread is different. Why do you guys put corn syrup in bread? All your bread is sweet. It's so weird. But anyway, regardless of that, Nerd Cubed described American food as being like every food that Britain has, except just worse. And honestly, yeah. What'd look like I do for a living? Terrorize the Powerpuff Girls. Hey, really? really does. The backwards cap really doesn't do him any favors. Justin Bieber looks like he's posing for a success story picture with the executive director of a rehab for the brochure they give to new patients. Why is there so much Justin Bieber stuff on this subreddit? I'm not exactly a fan of Justin Bieber, but he's not nearly as bad as he used to be, but I mean, I guess he's just so easily roastable. Insurance adjuster be like, $11.50, best I can do. They had 30 copies of Fallout 76 before the looting started. After the dust settled, they had 40. It was a really bad game though, and they just kept ruining it. Every update they brought out about Fallout 76, it just got worse. You look like the human version of Mark Zuckerberg. Now see, when I looked at this picture, I thought he kind of looks CG. Like, he kind of looks like if someone modeled a CG version of Mark Zuckerberg but tried to make that CG version look more real. It's weird how this guy also doesn't look real. What's up with that? Excuse that voice crack. My voice is apparently going. I will personally organize a local militia if I'm forced to stay in my fucking house any longer. You couldn't organize a hunger strike at a fashion show. Yeah, but like, really? You think you're gonna get a local militia to fight back because people are trying to stay indoors during a pandemic? Come on, man. You've realized how this makes you look, right? It makes you look stupid. It makes you look really stupid. Jennifer Lopez says, men are useless until they turn 33. By all means, let's give a damn about her relationship advice from a woman that collects engagement rings like she's Thanos. I'm gonna look this up now, but how many times has she been engaged? 5 times. She's been engaged 5 times. Literally Thanos. Vanilla Ice is having a 4th of July weekend concert in Texas, despite corona restrictions. Yeah, should be fine. We're still allowed to gather in groups up to 10. Oh. It would be funny if it weren't so sad. But for real, what does Vanilla Ice even do anymore? And the final post. They cancelled E3 because they know some unhygienic gamers would have been in there smelling like spoiled deli meat, and Corona would have evolved into the T-virus in that environment. Smart move. It's true though, it would have been a breeding ground for viruses. Like, come on now, if you're going to some kind of convention, be it E3 or Comic-Con or anything else, if you can afford to go to a convention, you can afford to buy some shower gel and deodorant. Come on now, it's not very hard. And that's coming from me. Anyway, that's where I'm gonna end the video, guys. It was a short one today, but meh. If you want to support the channel and support me making more content, you can click that join button down below, or equally, I have a link to my Patreon in the description that you can click on. It honestly helps a lot more than you think, but don't feel like you have to. I'm not locking any content behind paywalls, and I will keep making content regardless. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.